I just finished watching the new Scott Pilgrim anime, and it was a really good anime. 8 episodes, all a half hour, so about 4 hours to watch it through. A little bit less than 4 hours. These really they're about 27, 28 minute episodes. Scott Pilgrim dies in the first episode. By the way, there will be spoilers. Absolutely hilarious. I love that he died in the first episode because I was like, this is going to change the way that it goes. Because in the movie, if you remember the movie, Scott Pilgrim, basically he had to fight the 7 evil X's, and then each of the 7 evil X's was defeated, and then that's how he was able to date Ramona. But in this one, he doesn't have to fight any of the evil X's except Matthew Patel. He fights Matthew Patel. Matthew Patel wins, but he really doesn't. What ends up happening is, there's a time travel vegan portal thing, sends him to the future. It's amazing, and I absolutely loved it because what happens is Ramona gets to actually go through all of her issues with all of the evil X's, which is good because during the time she was with Scott Pilgrim in the original movie, she did not go through her evil X's, and what ends up happening is she's just sort of like the same person watching Scott defeat all of her evil X's and kind of like vengeful, which makes me think that like she's not changed. So even in her in this show, she says at the end, "Well, I run from the things I love," which is what you think's going to happen in the movie, and she does run from the things she loves. She ran from 7X's. I saw a little thing that said they're spacing out the Scott Pilgrim releases so that there's certain types of people who have dyed hair for every generation, and I'm like, great literary analysis, but I don't really like the way that you actually said that, but it makes sense. The animation was really good. I liked the animation. I liked how at the beginning of the first 7 episodes, Ramona was seen. She might not actually at the first episode, but for most of the episodes at the beginning, it's Ramona changing her hair, which is great. I loved how her hair always changed. Never. I've dyed my hair a few times, purple, blue, and black. Even though like light black is my natural hair color, it was an accident that we dyed it black. And it's fun to dye your hair, but there's no way you can dye your hair once a week. Week and a half, actually. I'm sorry. The first episode where Scott's like, "I had that dream again," and it doesn't start off by saying Scott Pilgrim's dating a high schooler, which I thought was weird because I thought that actually was a great way to start off the movie and would have been a great way to start off the anime. But no, it starts off with him waking up next to Wallace, and Wallace does not care. Wallace doesn't care. My favorite part, though, is the movie that young Neil writes. That really wasn't young Neil; it was actually future Ramona. Writes and allows Scott to actually see what happens in the future, or while he's gone, which is amazing. I absolutely loved that. And young Neil is like, "Yeah, I wrote the movie. I wrote this movie, but I don't have any memories of it. It was my sleep paralysis demon." I've never had sleep paralysis, but I know some people who have sleep paralysis, and they've all said things about having a sleep paralysis demon, which I'm like, wow. But he doesn't remember writing the movie, and it turns out to be future Ramona. I liked that part, and I liked how they destroyed the movie basically in the first, what was it, first day, 2 days of filming, 17 million extra, $17 million over budget in 2 days of filming, and they got 2 seeds. That was great. Towards the end of the anime, when in the season finale, possibly even the series finale, I think it was just the series finale, they don't want to fight Scott, so they're all just sort of there. And Scott's learning that Ramona actually changed. So it's really nice for Scott, but it's nice for Ramona. And I like the way that they actually have a relationship that I think is going to be stronger than it could have been based on the way the movie ended. I like the way that they did it. Thanks for watching.